Let's do the weekly astrology for November 24th through 30th, 2024. The holiday season has begun. I hope everyone is having those they love around their tables soon to share stories and food. This is a week where emotions begin to heal and we seek inspiration from new places and deeper spaces. Mercury is going to go retrograde and the Sun will be in a fiery dance with Mars. Venus will square with the wounded healer teacher Chiron, and what is clear is that we are being asked to look deeper inside to what is going to matter the most for us going forward. November 25th, Mercury will go retrograde in Sagittarius and the Moon will enter Libra. We begin an inward vision quest. Clearly, the adventurous energy of Sagittarius is asking us to not look outward for any satisfaction, but to instead dive deep and look at our communication skills and how it is time for a new way of thinking. Sagittarius loves to understand the complex patterns that make up thoughts and beliefs, while it likes to understand the functions of the mind when it is going forward. Backwards, it likes to look at the dysfunctions of the mind. To understand anything, one must be willing to have direct contact to those things that are there to teach us the essential lessons of our existence. Seems we are to look at the filters and lenses that we have placed on other things. Seems that part of our lesson is to take those lenses off and see the dysfunction in its raw and very real state. Expect to reflect and review many things as we approach the end of the year. We will be trying to make sense out of it all, but often such deep lessons are not revealed until later. What we can see is that the playbook of our old reality no longer applies to this new reality in which we find ourselves. It will be best to start with a clean slate and just move in each and every moment authentically. November 27th, the Sun will trine to Mars. Fire, fire, burning bright. This is the motto of those two powerful forces of fire in our lives today. Seems there are those that want to express what matters to them and will use whatever force necessary to get their point across. This is a great day to ignite that passionate flow inside and to allow it to move outward into your world. This is a time to feel good about who you are and what you stand for. Look deep inside to what is motivating you forward. Remember, intent matters. Karma watches closely when you are out of touch with the deeper and darker parts of your subconscious. When that darkness deludes the conscious mind, it will act as a saboteur to the positive illusions that one believes they are creating. Notice any new forms of movement and then look to what is that truth that lies behind those movements. November 28th, the Moon goes into Scorpio and Venus will square Chiron. Chiron makes us take a long and hard look at our wounds. It asks us to embrace our own suffering and pain. It reminds us that avoidance of pain is at the root of all disease. When one is willing to go through the pain, that is where we finally gain the understanding necessary to actually heal. Insight is the final key to breaking the chains of disease and dysfunction. Only insight can give us the awareness to know how to interrupt what keeps pulling us into places of dysfunction. Venus is also a healer, but she's a healer that sees the most powerful medicine is beauty, love, and connection. She uses the power of magnetism to pull us in the directions of what gives us more joy. She knows that love is the greatest motivating force on this earth. Beauty and love inspire in our greatest selves to awaken. Beauty and love know how to build the bridges towards greater acceptance and creating a better world. Each of these archetypes holds up a mirror for us to see ourselves more clearly. In Chiron's mirror, we see what we have denied and our shadow self that needs to be integrated. In the Venus mirror, we see our highest self and the potential that is calling us to reach higher and to try to be better. November 30th, the Moon will go into Sagittarius. This is an interesting day for those born on this day. My sister is born on this day with a double dose of Sagittarius fire and inspiration. This can be a real kick in the pants to move forward and get ahead. Today, take that risk. Try something new and know that what you are reaching for is to become your best self. This is a week to take a good and thorough look into the mirror. Both the light and the shadow are asking for your attention. Each mirror is showing you a pathway deeper into yourself. As the light dims and the cold seeps into the season, the doorways are all inward. It is time to slow down and create new spaces for something to take root. The Mercury retrograde is going to allow us to see the outdated and limiting beliefs that now need to change. We are being asked to really look at what you want to create in the world. We are seeking ways to free ourselves from the chains of our past and to find ways to move more freely. Remember, this is the season for compassion and to move from your heart, not your head. And as the snow begins to fall, take that as a sign that we need to soften and let the hardness of our mind and hearts drop away. Then you will truly have something of value to give this holiday season. Thanks, everyone.